Hello guys, welcome back, Cool Yoshi here, and welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey 100%. We finished Dark Side of the Moon in the last episode, but we actually left something right here, so there's one more bonus we still have to do, which is over here, and this one's even more trickier than before. So, as you can see right now, nothing is happening right now. In order to get, this hidden moon is very difficult. We first have to avoid all of the stuff here, which obviously means, yeah. But you saw that stuff on the bottom? The only way to get that to activate is going on the bottom, and the only way to do that without doing that is to go do a lot of wand jumps. So if I'm correct, then that means we're gonna be doing a lot of this. I mean this, in order to get around, which is going to be kind of tricky. And they are trying really hard to destroy a lot of blocks, so we have to do this first. And, yeah. You see the second cannon down there? We have to trigger that somehow. But, from what I found, the only real way of doing that cannon is to do the secret route, which is below the stage. So, to save a trip back, the easiest way to get through this is to first take the normal route up until you reach the key, and then dive towards the spot, which I did really badly. If I didn't do as badly as I did before, again, I hate kind of coming off of this literally after I finished something else, and then having to do this immediately. At least I know the route to the first part, but I don't know why I've been failing this one so many times. This way I'd probably be better taking damage, and then that spawns a second bill. The way the second is routed, there's no real way of getting through that with the normal roll strategy. So the only way to get across, I'm gonna actually try to show us just from behind to make it a little bit easier, but if we want to get past that section, there's a very specific movement we have to do. Have you figured out what it is? Yep! That slide jump we talked about earlier. It's just barely enough to get over. So that means we're gonna have to nail this, what, like 5 times in a row while being chased by the bill. And the best way to deal with this is to go up the main path first to get the key, so you can get the other moon at the same time while going back, and which would otherwise save 2 trips. So, yeah, we have to do all of that while being chased by a bill. At least from my standard, the only reliable way I found was using that, but you can avoid part of that. But yeah, and then for some reason, you bonk on that wall, so that means I can't aim upward. I have to aim as low as possible, which makes that part really dumb. This will get this moon out of the way. Oh yeah, and for some reason that one breaks. Don't ask me why. Okay, so now we need to find some way to trigger the back part without having to go onto the back part. So that means we're gonna have to do some kind of tricky way up. Best way to test it is to go via this way and see if there's like a walls jump strategy. Well, not at the moment. It faces us around, which means we would have to turn around. So maybe it's like a side flip. Yeah, I've never... Probably should have showed you these tactics before, but there's quite a bit of tactics in the game, and I already watched someone play through the area and try to... Yeah, just jumping normally is not enough, as you can see. Which is too bad, because these normal spots are... Yeah. And it doesn't help that Cappy isn't here to levitate us, because otherwise it would become so much easier. Next time I play this game, I'm probably going to look up how to cheat this out, because this is yet another hard one. This one's just based on the fact that they put that jump several times in a row. At least this time around, it's 3 times shorter compared to the other moon. But it doesn't help that I'm on a time limit here, and the jumps are so far to make that the only to do it is to use Cappy. Ugh. So it's gonna get to the point where it's gonna have to be a very specific timing on this ground pound jump. And then there'll be spots where I could just bonk into the wall up top, because it's just in the way, and it's so frustrating. Yes, you can go on the winding path no problem and skip to the lawn section using this, no problem. But to get the build to spawn, we have to go under the area. And if we try to stop it using that, it doesn't help out at all, because we just fall off the side of the area. Yeah, I think for the first time in the playthrough, we're gonna have to actually retreat from this moon and leave it as it is while I try to figure out some stuff. But before we leave, we should at least try to get past that main non-hard path at least one time. Because, yeah, the way it's set up, it's going to be impossible. I'm not cutting it out this time, but I'm giving it around 3 tries, and then this is going to actually be the first of many moons I'm going to ask in the main game. Now, if you want to see this moon done in an intended way, there are 100% runs you can watch. They're probably way better than mine, but for now, I'll probably just show you that this is just barely possible. As you can see, the only way to make it is to do the ground pound jump. The game does give us walls to the side where we can potentially wall jump, but that doesn't even appear on that first spot, which you see right here. So the only way to reach that is with a wall jump, which is too bad, because if these were each at least 1 block higher, it would actually become a more doable spot. So why did they have to be 1 block? So yeah, anyways, for the first time in the history of Mario 100%, we are going to be rage quitting, and in the next episode, we're going to actually end with that moon already revealed and picked up. I'm going to make a save state with that, and I'm going to pick it up to show me getting it, because I don't want to spend so long playing for the game, and there's probably way more easier stuff to do. So remember that section I talked about and said, now we're going back there again. Only this time we're going to do that. And I'm probably going to do that with the jump rope moon as well, because I've gotten the beach ball one a lot now, but I've never been able to get the jump rope one perfectly. And yeah, it turns out those only have 2 moons. I was mistaken in thinking they had 3 at one point. But yeah, we're back in sand, which has a lot of regional coins, by the way. And It has so much stuff. Yeah, it just has a random moon lurking around right here. Alright. Remember, this 100% run will probably be done faster if we get multiple moons quickly. Yeah, each one of these has moons. And a different one, though, there's a hidden moon that's even more trickier than ours. Like, you see, there's a thing right over there. So... yeah. So, the game does allow us to travel with Rikitu, is what I should have said. A little bit of distance, and turns out there's a little sand fishing that you can get for some reason, and it works. I don't know how. And yeah, for some reason Captain Toad is here. Toad is under the sand. I don't know why. Also, we should probably be getting the coins back in. So, remember this coin grind I showed you? Well, when it gets close to the end of the episode, I'm going to show you how coin grind works. Oh wow, is this yeah, I think this is exactly what I was talking about. Wow. And this challenge is something else. Walking. Literally the hardest challenge ever. This one isn't as hard, because as you can see, there's a little line that tells us the stuff, like, but all the stuff here we want to look out for. The arrows disappear after a bit, and we need to get 90 points or higher on one of them. And there's a specific way this is done. Thank goodness the arrows are there on this one, but yeah. And that was a really bad circle and I got 99 points. So, remember when I said the section was bad? Well, this is actually one of the most glitched games in the entire universe. As you can see, I did that really badly, and yet I still scored 99 points. This game is kind of glitched, and you can actually kind of steer Mario with the stick, and that's kind of how I'm actually doing this. Oh. Like, see right there, that was a bad circle. Watch. 100! Wow. This game is just bugged as crazy. That should have not been 100, and also, I'm apparently the best at the coins now. I think the main reason I was struggling with it is because the first time I did this, I didn't know that trick, so I was actually stuck on it for quite a while. And then I watched someone else do it, and it was glitched like crazy. They too didn't get it perfectly, and yet they were getting like 90 points or something. So yeah, that game is actually now the easiest game in the entire section. Trace walking is literally free once you know how to do it. So we're looking for the flying balloon somewhere. I'm not sure if it can even be seen here. And you see that thing over there, yes, that's gotten from the hidden warp paintings in this game. We'll be taking all of them as part of 100%, obviously. couldn't actually find it. Yeah. But yeah, you see right there, each of those Goombas is a moon. And there's actually a way to get up here with just one Goomba. You're normally supposed to stack it up a little bit. Yeah, just a random moon line here. Remember this moon I tried to trick to earlier? Well, you could actually do that as well. The game's intended way of getting that moon is using Ejaxi, which is basically the fast movement of this area that is unique to this kingdom. So that means you can only find it in here. Yes, I can't go here because if I were to do that, I would get... Probably should just stop waiting. There we go. That's better. Okay. Okay, let's get the ones I know for sure. Oh, actually, there's another one I can get, but I'm gonna leave that one for later. Let's do the one that I see people do all the time. Nice and easy. Moon. You can actually clip into here, but we're not going to do that, obviously. And then the Sphinx will move if we answer his question, which for some reason you have to do from that spot. The rain. We knew that from the storyline. And now we get to do this again. Yeah, it's kind of the weirdest section ever. Like, I haven't even rode in it at all. Okay, well... Can we at least act... It's quite interesting. Yeah. These ones I'm trying to actually not guess as often because I've been actually kind of memorizing the patterns. And yeah. Don't mind my badness, because going over to that area... Okay, no, I was thinking about the one in the harder zone. At least I actually thought of that answer. That was a pretty easy one, though. It's a Sphinx, obviously, so... In fact, it even says the name in here. So a lot of those you're supposed to find out the answers to by just walking around the kingdom, like... The other one you're supposed to go to an actual Jaxi to find it out. And then whatever coins you get paid, that's what you have to do. Oh, and we get to do sheep hoarding as well. There's a really well hidden one, though. I believe in, like, a corner or something. It's actually ridiculous, but yeah, we don't have to talk to this guy yet. We just need to herd all the sheep when the time comes. Oh, and yeah. Because why not? We're gonna get a bonus area. According to what I saw here, I think I can actually do a little dive to skip this part. Easy. Every time. See, like, right there, that boss was way easier compared to everything else. I'm gonna actually do a little check to see if there's something else. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. So, how do you suppose you're supposed to get the second rune? Well, we try doing this for a little bit. This is probably a spot where you can actually get out of the bounds, but the only way we can really get that to work accurately is to go towards where the pipe is. This does look kind of intimidating for new players, just seeing all this plays in here. But yeah, right here we can stand on this pipe. Okay, never mind. It's not enough for that. So the bonus secret has to be hidden somewhere else. But yeah. So even when I don't know the way to go, there's a nice trick you can do anyway. Now I need to find where this is. And yes, this place is very big. It has a ridiculous, what, 69 moons? Or something like that. Without the Moonrock moons. It's actually ridiculous. Okay, so apparently there's actually a visible moon that you wouldn't think about, because there's no way to really get it. But you see that? It's completely invisible for some reason. Just happens to spawn in such a way where it doesn't appear. It's, yeah. Again, if you want to check for moons, if Happy tells you that, remember this place, I bet there's at least one more power moon in here, then that means you haven't gotten the secret moon or regular moon. And yes, don't blame me for that last part. A lot of this stuff from now on, especially at Dark Side you saw there, was 100% blind, which means I have no real clue on how to do it the intended way. And for that reason only, it's kind of difficult to do anything. And also, we're probably going to be stuck for a while because we really need the Jixie to do anything. And we aren't able to do that because of our stuff. Okay, I need a bounce. Actually, I haven't done one of these in a while. So, if you're really good at the game, you could do a super bounce attack, which will get you to secret spots in the game. What was that about? I thought I caught him the first time. That was really weird. But you're seeing, like, everything here is disabled. If it wasn't disabled, then there'd be normally a Jaxie here, but... yeah, we can't do that yet, apparently. Okay, I'm trying to remember this route for this area, because yeah, we can pretty much go to that pole and then stop, pretty much. Is what I'm trying to go for, but yeah. You saw it, Koopa Race. That's actually probably one of the actually trickiest races. This time, unlike before, is quite a low time requirement. So I'll actually be doing a little cheese to do this one, which is what I'm actually been practicing up here. It's probably one of the trickiest steps in the game, because you have to dive towards your cap and land on it exactly, which I haven't been the best at, and that's how you get up to that spot in the first place. And you'd probably also normally throw your cap to get back on, which I will then try to practice that as well. Oh, that was not the best capture, but yeah. Okay, it seems like I'm good enough now. Let's try the race. And yeah, this is apparently 3 seconds faster than using the Jaxie, which is what you're intended to use. And it even gives you the temptation to use, but yeah, this just happens to be faster. Oh, by the way, I lied. The game starts us up here, which means we can take this area instead. And for some reason, one of the Koopas likes to come with us. And yeah, they get kind of ahead of us at the beginning, but if we're able to get into these spots really quickly, it actually is just slightly faster than what the game intends you to do. See, like right there, we just shot to it first. But now, at here, we need to roll like crazy to get to the end. Yeah. If you did that a different way, this would be your hardest race to do, but fortunately it actually starts us up on top, so we don't even need to check. So what I did was completely pointless. I probably should have done that, but I definitely need to practice this bouncing off of Cappy, because that's the best form of movement in the entire game, and it's used a lot in speedrun to get to places where you normally wouldn't be able to go to. Okay, so in order for this to work, we need to... Again, this guy just likes to chase us. It's possible to not see him if you're going fast enough. But here, it starts even lower at first, but now... Okay. So now I need to react better. Now! Beautiful reaction. And I actually improved my best there. So you see, he was right there. And that's also the best strategy. So this is the closest race you could possibly get. If you bonk anywhere, you have to reset. I was able to do that, fortunately, on my first try, and I should check here, because I never know. Doesn't seem like there's anything left to do here. Okay, I can exit. Just wanted to make sure. But yeah, this kingdom might be 2 episodes because there's a lot of moons here. In fact, I'm probably not going to finish it for that reason, because there's one specific moon that we can't even get at all until later. And yes, for some reason, Bowser was here. Put up some more posters, because why not? We could get most of them by backflipping and wall jumping up to get them, and once we clear all of them, we're going to get something else. Can I actually get on top of here? Because I know this is a little seam you can land on. Nope. So the least I could do, I guess, is... yeah. There's a way to get up top there, but you don't need it. Yeah, it's a nice hidden moon here. Not sure if this was there. I think this was a Moonrock moon. And yes, for some reason there's a Goomba in the desert. Yeah, so before I even think about that anymore, let's go and do those Goomba moons to get them out of the way. So this one's pretty interesting. This will also include our first Goomba trick of the run. We don't actually need to build a tower. All we need is one Goomba. And if we can... and yes, because as you can see, it says shake the Joy-Con to high jump. So you can actually high jump, and that's going to be our trick for actually getting to some of the areas. Because if we don't high jump to get up there, like see right there, that was only possible because of high jumps. So yeah, we can just meet this one with just one Goomba. And now for probably the longest trek in the entire game. Remember where that girl was? We have to go right back to where that spot was with the same Goomba. And we can't kill him once. We have to just go with the flow here. I can remember him being around here, but yeah. Her. I need to start saying stuff right. Most of the coins we're just gonna ignore, because we can always get them later. But yeah, all the way out in the desert, just for another power moon. Down. The edge of the desert, to be specific, as well. That's one of the longest walks in the entire game, and there are no tricks you could do to speed it up either. So you have to get this the long way. Aren't we supposed to move this using something else? No, wait, oh yeah, we need a Jaxie again. We really need to get a Jaxie to spawn. I forgot how many you have to pay, but don't you have to, like, spawn them first? It's so weird. The only one I could figure out is on top here. This is so weird. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Yeah, we're kind of slow right now today. We're not as fast as we once were. I'm probably gonna leave the rest of this for later anyways, because this kingdom is so long, but I'm really determined to spawn this Jaxie. Okay, before we forget anything else, let's just head straight into this area. Which is, oh my gosh, look at this. What the heck? Oh, hello. It's already going down. Ugh. How do I die on that spot when all you have to do is hold straight? Oh, there's a moon in it off here. Oh, you don't have to hold up, I guess. What the? What was that? Apparently, when I hold that way, Mario just changes directions all of a sudden. What was that about? That was actually confusing. I don't understand what these controls work at all. I think I messed that up. I'm supposed to get all of them. And yeah, as you can see, it looks kind of trolley because it doesn't seem like there's any way of getting there. So, yeah, I think I see now where we have to go. A lot of these areas are so confusing because most of these bonuses I haven't done in a long time. And this one is new to me. This is a blind one right now, so far. 100% blind. Darn, don't I have to, like... What even causes me to go right? I throw the hat so perfectly, so why does it go that way? Ugh. If it's gonna be that ridiculous, I'm gonna have to shake the Joy-Con instead to throw my hat. See what this does. Okay. Well, now that we know where we're going... Oh wait, I forgot the key. Ugh, I was so focused on doing something else. The only way to reset the room is dying, obviously. At least I think that's faster than doing the RA. Where is that again? Wow, all the way at the bottom and then you have to go up to the top? Huh. Yeah. The fact that it flips me to the side just from one tap is so dumb. Ugh. So the way we get the key is obviously by doing a bunch of skips and then running up. Here we're able to just barely make it. And then you get this spot to bonk into right here. Yeah, the stuff is still sinking behind me. There we go. Yeah, so that's how that spawns then. That's quite an interesting moon. At least that one didn't take as long. Oh, and I'm still gonna have to practice for an eternity. Starting on, already when I leave, I'll probably look up a way on how people get that moon in Dark Side of the Moon, and then I'm obviously gonna have to come back to finish that, and that's where I'll finish the episode off. And I'm also gonna have to reroute which kingdoms I have to go to because of that taxi. goes to those specific locations. Yeah, so we're going to the edge of the desert again, because figures as much. There's probably some coins hidden behind here. Oh wait. Okay, we found this. Yeah. Yeah, because why not? Have moving platforms right here. Not gonna even attempt this at all. Just gonna do this the weird way, which this is actually the secret moon. Interesting how the key is actually the secret moon. Yeah. Don't ask me why there are moving platforms. It's too bad, because if there weren't moving platforms, we could do most of this blind. That wall's way too high to jump on. Oh. Yeah. That's what I get for going too fast. But I can't go too slow either. Who needs the coins anymore, anyway? Oh, they are moving constantly. Wow. Actually, these only spawn at certain points, so that means once I know where they are, I don't need as much as of a stuff as I would have needed normally. So yeah, could have jumped off probably early. And also if I knew where they were, I could have skipped so much. But, what's the reason doing that? So I wanna get through this. Oh, here we go. Finally. Should have talked to him earlier. It'll be 30 coins. And yes, it goes constantly, so in order to stop them, we're going to have to brake. So showing him, we're able to get into this area, and we reached one of the most interesting bonuses you can find. We need to brake like crazy, otherwise we won't be able to get all of the coins. I'm gonna do a little test first, because obviously we want to get all the stuff here first. Again, double brake here. And, yeah, unlike the other cheesy notes, this one is definitely one of the trolliest notes that we'll get. Fortunately, we triggered it in the wrong way, so the best way to change it is to simply just do a bunch of tricks over here. Okay. Like, the way that moves, it's like just so improbable. How do you get those coins in that way? I'm gonna have to figure that out. Oh, you can hold it. That's how I see now. Bam. Slow motion for the win. Should have done that the first time. Glad I learned that pretty quickly, though. I still think I need that purple coin as well, so... Fortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be 11 for this. Yeah, I'm just gonna die on purpose. So I can go back and get the purple coin I missed. Because this is another area that has them. And we're gonna activate slow motion for a little bit. There we go. You can do the entire path without slow motion down, but this spot specifically we can't do slow motion. And yes, he knocks everything out of his way. That's the intended way to get the cactus moon we showed you earlier. So now that we know about that, we can then do that. I see. That's why the section was so confused. You first have to meet him in the first prison. You pay coins to get on top of him, from which you can then get any moon you want in the game. So let's try doing that this time. So now that we've paid 30 coins, he no longer charges us a price, he just follows us wherever we go. So now back to the same moon we had before. That cactus just gets rammed out of the way, and that's what actually had our moon, so yeah. There's a lot of secrets with this guy, it's just unreal. Jakshi really is really good for moving around this area, so this slow movement you're seeing here, this is probably the last time we're gonna see it, because we're going to be just using Jakshi from now on. Easy movement up there, and now we get another challenge. Oh my, this is interesting, man. I'm gonna try to roll to it. I actually almost got the backup there, but the roll wasn't timed. But yeah, otherwise I didn't know how to roll, so obviously I missed that. You don't tell me right away. Yeah, probably could have just done that the first time, but whatever. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It could have been worse, but at least we got it. Oh wow. This one, gonna have to dive to it. Okay, nice one there. Okay, we found some more sheep. So this time we're just gonna waddle over to the side and then let him run off screen. Because he can actually run into that off screen depending on what you do. Oh, and yes, a ground pound also triggers that, so... Ugh. Why is he running away? Oh. That's a first. Doing that to Moon. That's actually the last sheep. Nice. Now, a couple of these other moons we can locate just based off of the position they are in that area, but still, this is a pretty long zone. There's so many moons. And probably the next thing I want to do is get the seeds planted. Here we go, the slots game. I'm not sure. But we're out of power moons. Oh, right, I already did this. Okay. Just wanted to confirm. Yeah, this game was pretty no problem. The pattern is literally the same every time, so you just time it in a certain way. So, yeah, next I'm probably gonna be doing seeds. Which is always an annoying part. By the way, I have my rubble on this time, so yeah, I can find these moons. I found that one anyway, really quickly. I feel something's different about this. Something's shiny. Yeah, I knew it. There was a moon up here. Hold on. Okay. It's a nice one that I missed the first time. Right. Hat in the fountain, yeah. Oh, and yes, this dog as well. So, there were some of the Poochie icons hidden there. You know, where Poochie did a little thing. I don't know. But in the last video, some of the hint arts, yes, hint arts, had a Poochie icon next to them. There's a reason for that. Apparently, those hint arts have some kind of bonus associated with them. In which the intended way of doing that is actually using that dog you see over there. You have to lead him to where the individual spot is, which obviously would take way too long, so I would use a guide to help me confirm exactly where it is. Yeah, I probably should have done this earlier. You can just destroy stuff on our way. Yeah, this is a Jaxie part, but not the right way for it yet. So we're gonna have to break and try again. Let's enter this with the break motion on, so we can at least get... I don't know. The sun's kind of tricky, as you can see. Keep a straight line. Okay, yeah. That was pretty quick still, only second try. So, since I'm on here, I'm gonna get a couple of moons while I'm at here. Because there's another one just similar to that over here that we have to get. And we can only get by pressing the lake or by... Oh. So you have to park it right here. Then trigger this moon, then get on the Jaxie, which you can still do, and that's the intended way of getting this moon. You don't have to dismount at all, you can just jump here and you get the moon. And that's the game's intended way of giving you that moon. That's a one in a previous episode that I spent a lot of time. Oh wow, I found this. Okay, so I may as well take it back. Whenever you find one of these seeds, don't waste time doing our stuff. Take it back to the area as fast as you can. The fastest way to do this, obviously, is to get a really high jump, like right here, and shake the Joy-Con to throw it farther, because then naturally it'll allow you to do your roll movement. But for the sake of the run, I'm not going to do it on purpose. I'm going to do it the nice and slow way. The second of 3 seeds here. There's quite a bit of seeds that we have to plant. And yeah, saw some coins here, so let's go ahead and get those and do some more warping around. Because I saw another moon Actually, well, that was the only other moon I was referencing, but there was another one I saw as well that I just remember, which is this one and a different one, so that's actually too high, so I'm gonna have to capture this bill here. But if I could properly hit it with a cat throw, let's do a shake instead. We don't need to accelerate here, so let's go nice and slow, break it open, and get our another nice power moon while we're here, and get this one over here. Yeah, we didn't get it actually. This is the one that normally gets collected in the speedrun all the time, and for some reason, and then of course I never pick it up, so yeah, there's that. So, we are probably going to be ending in a different spot, or I mean beginning the next video in a different spot, just a little warning for you. And I'm not going to even cut out that fail, I want to show you guys that that's actually a pretty tough spot. I joked for the longest time saying that, I joked for a long time saying, oh, this was one of the easiest games ever. That's when you do the any percent portion. 100% is probably the hardest category anybody could have possibly done. There's so much stuff to find, which could take ages, and without a guide, this would take a pretty long time. Nevertheless, though, we are going to be moving on to another kingdom, but before that, we're probably going to be starting in wherever that our kingdom was. And so, wait, did I get this wrong? No. Okay, it is Metro. Yes, that also signals the end of the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.